about the police, but
Not necessarily.
Okay, well, let's go there. Because
Well,
I want to show pictures first, and then I want to show some of the pictures of the Boston police. Okay, look at this. I mean, if this is what you have, why don't you invade a country? Show some of the other ones. I mean, go up to Canada, take their oil. Look at these. These are half-tracks. I don't care what you might want to call it, an urban assault vehicle, but this country is becoming a police state, and it is very troubling to me.
Well, some Americans would say it's always been a police state. So in New York, we have people who are upset about stop and frisk, stopping black and brown men and frisking them. But there are other New Yorkers who say, oh, no, I'd rather have stop and frisk than have stop and mug. And so we've never come to any agreement about whether the police are here to protect and serve, and who do they protect and serve. So if you and I walk down the street, we may have a completely different experience of the police. The problem is now that the police are beginning to act more like the military. You know, out after enemy combatants.
Militarized.
We all
They never used to look like that.
Well, no, that's right. Look, I mean, the police, in the era of terror, the police are a paramilitary organization. Right. That said, this is an ancient debate. This is about freedom versus security, and it is in tension, and that is as it should be. So it's AP citizenship, folks. We debate what the proper balance is.
But we're not.
And in the immediate weight of Boston bombing, I think that's appropriate response.
Yeah, and let's also be fair.
Really?
Well, let's also be fair. We don't see that every single day. That's not like you see that walking down Main Street every single day. What we saw was a federal response immediately after a horrific bombing. So let's just make sure that we're being completely transparent about it, Bill. Okay, that's not what we see every day on Main Street.
We don't see it every day on Main Street. However, we're letting many of our civil liberties just roll right into
just to put it in perspective, the British police don't even carry guns, let alone have tanks.
But the British police,
we kick their ass. You know, our police.
But in downtown London, you have a ring of cameras almost every 30 feet. So there's a balance there.
And we don't?
Ours is shaped as in an oval.
Right. Thank you, Jimmy.
And it's outside of Lord and Taylor on Boyle Street.
The reason that I think we are in a police state, and I don't think the response to the bomber was any indication. I think the fact that we have cameras and where our phones are being tracked and our cars are being tracked, is that we must want this. I mean, this must be something we want.
Or are we moving from if we're in a police state, are we now moving to a military state?
But look at this. I mean, look how quickly they were able to find these two suspects because of, quite frankly, the Big Brother techniques that we have in place. I mean, so there's a balance here, and the question becomes philosophically is, are we willing to be able to sacrifice some of our civil liberties?
We already have.
But look, this is the debate, freedom versus security. But to all of a sudden fast forward and say we're living in George Orwell's